G'day folks, welcome back to the channel for episode number 38 of our Aether Pets Ritualist playthrough, where I've just done a little bit of a jog from the Darkvale Gate all the way to Asterkan Valley. This whole section is quite boring, so I've just ran through it and I did get level 97, but I'm not going to spend that because honestly it's 1 point, so we get 97, 98, 99, 100, we got 4 points left. I think I'll probably... I wasn't going to spend it, but I think I will just put it into Call of Grave for now. Attribute points, we'll just put them into Physique. No big deal, we'll probably be respeccing that when we go into the final build anyway. And I did do a little bit of farming off screen. I killed the Warden and got literally the same thing but bigger numbers to drop. And I also got this triple rare. So you can see it has a green prefix, a green suffix, and it's a green item as well. I kept this because it was notable for the huge amount of physical resistance on it. This would be really good for a warlord doing a blitz build. I think it might be worth hanging on to just for that, so I don't think I will, but it's kind of cool. Anyhow, so we're going to continue with the main story, at least until I get to 100 and get to the Coven in Ugdenbog, just because that's my preferred area to farm, and then we will see how this goes. There's more or less only the one item that I'm interested in for this part of the character, the leveling part, and that is the mythical Aether Reach gloves, or they might just be called Aether Reach gloves actually. There may not be a normal version of them. Those gloves would convert 100% of elemental damage into Aether damage for our pets, and that would give us a very large damage increase because the fireballs from the mages would become Aether. I don't think we're adding any additional elemental damage to them. I guess the Ancestor buff, so that LE damage would become Aether, which would be quite useful. But other than that, I think we're at the point now where we have the kind of the best version of the faction items we're going to be using, so there's not a huge amount of upgrades available for this particular build. May consider going through all of Ultimate without swapping over, so maybe I'll do that and just show that it can actually beat everything just on the leveling build alone. So we're coming up on Fort Ikon. Do I even need to do that? I will probably do it just to get the quest out of my log, but where are they? Death's Vigil is revered. I hit revered with the Outcast as well. I think I killed the Warden like twice, and getting to him killed enough Ethereals that the Outcast is my best buddy now. So that's nice. We've got, I think, only the 3 witch cults are the only ones that I care about getting to revered at this point. Let's turn the loot back on. So, as far as the character goes, it's pretty much done. You're at the point where you can go and farm stuff. And I'm just going to run through the main story to get to my preferred farming grounds. And just to show it off, I guess. Just to show you can do the entire game with this build. We have to go in there anyway for the dynamite to open the door, so why not? I have been collecting purple items as well. None of these are actually any good for us, so I think I'm just going to sell them, honestly. I think I'm going to sell that as well. And this comes with minor upgrades to the pets, like 2% Aether resistance, 3% attack speed, 1 offensive ability, and that's pretty much it. So I think I'm going to sell that as well, because it's going to be a pain to swap it over, and I just can't be bothered, to be honest. Build's already plenty strong enough. That small amount of additional stats is not going to help anything. Right, let's chuck all this in here, and we'll head into Fort Ikon and get that done. What else we got? So, slay Commander Lucius, recover supplies, and I'll have to go back for... you know what, we'll go back now, why not? Did I drop a portal? That's the question. Let's go find out. Was I planning on coming back when I came through here? Yes, I was. Okay. So we'll just run in. Honestly, I don't care about killing anything in here. If I kill it, great. If I don't kill it, I don't care. We're going to go in, we're going to kill the Chosen guarding the ashes, we're going to grab the ashes, and then we're going to go turn it in. I do have an XP potion running. This will probably be the last one we need before we get to 100. One of the benefits of playing a pet build is you kind of just walk through areas and things die around you. So we get passive XP just for traveling, which is nice. This area can be a little dangerous, so don't go running too far. If you notice your health dropping, do make sure to back off. See there, I just used the potion, so it's time to back off. As long as my potions are on cooldown, I will not be running too far out in front. It's a really good way to end up dead. And I can't remember who said it, but someone said it's very hard to complete hardcore if you are dead. It's very true. So we'll just go a little bit slower. Potion is back off cooldown, so we can go back to motoring. This Ancient Spirit Totem can be a little dangerous, so we'll just clear out the area around it, and then I am going to pop it. I don't think there's any totems in this game now, except the Eldritch ones that I'm actually worried about. So we're just gonna pretty much clear all of them when we see them. I'm going to continuously spam vines, turn the loot off, try and keep the buffs up as much as I can. I did just use a cluster by accident, so that's annoying. Not the end of the world though. We'll pick up items to sell. Champion of the Light, I don't know what that is. Is a two-handed axe, lightning damage, retaliation by the looks of it. Not for us. Alright, so we're getting a little low on health again there, so it's time to back off. And then immediately teleport past everything. These guys with the red auras are, I think, doing the majority of the damage here. Although that lightning as well looks like it could be dangerous. So we're just trying to get through to get to the Chosen who is guarding the ashes, which I think is pretty close at the end of this floor. So we will say hello to him, introduce him to our bony boys, and then be on our way. This guy has an MI. Yeah, he did. He had that Redeemer Scepter. Picked that up. It looked cool. So we're almost at the point where we want to start looking for cool looking items to make an illusion out of. You can, because I picked this up, I can now change the look of the Warden's Judgment to look like that if I wanted to. I have actually put some illusions on a few pieces, just so I don't look quite so unorganized, I guess. There's a bunch of different things going on in terms of looks. Alright, here we go. That's a lot of damage. Let's just hide behind this wall here for a second. Subjugator's Tome of Binding does sound pretty good. What do we got? +2 to Skellies. Yeah. No thanks. Alright, we do still have this little secret area here. We could go down there. I don't intend to, but we could. Let's go ahead and send our pets in first. You can see just here, you have Archon Bartholomew ahead of us. Let's, oops. Did not intend to resummon the pets. So we sick them onto him, and then we go hide behind the corner. Grab the ashes, and pop the chests in here. You could go downstairs if you wanted to, and fight the ghouls. Also, apparently this door looks like it's open, but it's only painted on. Oh, there we go. We can go through now. Alright. Regardless, that's done. Looking at the time remaining on that XP pot, I will have plenty of time to to go into the Fort Ikon armory and then make it back to deliver the ashes as well. Even if I don't though, let's be honest, we're 97. It's gonna be fine. Alright, so we'll head into the armory. As usual, there's a few things in there that matter. The two quests we're going in there for, obviously, kill Lucius and get the supplies. There's also a guaranteed dynamite. There's a few little secret hidey holes, but they're not really worth going into, to be honest. So I like to hug this right side, get my dynamite, get my supplies here. So Legion supplies done. And now we kind of keep hugging the wall here. And just walk around and kill Lucius. Lucius in Ultimate might prove to be a little more challenging than he was in Normal or Elite. Just because he has more health. We do a lot of damage, but we may still have to dodge a meteor or two. And by dodge, I mean send our pets in and then go hide around a corner somewhere. Although having said that, he doesn't have a lot of corners in his little area. Here we go. So this little room here is one of those areas that's kind of secret-ish. The door is hard to find, basically. It's just this little bit here. There's a wall to knock down. You can go in there. Triple rare again. Doesn't really match up. The arcane balance with blighted on haunted shoulder pads. Not very good. Where did it go? I think the resists on that were pretty good though. Nope, that's all damage. Still poison, vitality, elemental, bleed, big numbers. Not bad. Alright. Let's go kill us a giant walking armory. Okay, here we go. There we go. And I'm just going to stay back a little bit. Still need to be close enough for the skeletons to attack him, but far enough away that I'm not going to get hit by his attacks. Turns out I was wrong. No challenge at all, even on Ultimate. So this build is quite strong. Mythical Hound's Bite. Okay, poison weapon. I was actually thinking that would be a pet item, but that's fine. Okay, we'll go blow up the wall, and then turn these in, and that'll get us 98. Decently far on our way to 100. So we'll blow the barricade up. Okay, Widow's Sting. Blueprints are always good. I try to use them as soon as I can. This one is a ring. Poison damage. Skills are kind of meh, but the poison damage and the proc is pretty good. Let's go leave a portal here. And we'll just come up here and talk to... You know what? I'm going to... No, I'm not going to. I was going to unlock the Outcast on this I am going to do it. I was going to unlock the Outcast now, while I have quests to turn in that will give me Black Legion reputation, so then I don't have to be sitting at Honored again. Doing quests for the Outcast will actually tank your Black Legion rep, so when I talk to her here and agree not to kill her, you will see we were friends and friends we shall remain. So you'll see here minus 250 Black Legion rep plus 250 Outcast, and we just got honored with the Black Legion. So I can't help you now, sorry. One more point in Call of the Grave, and one more point in Physique. Why not? Right. I don't think I care about any of this gear, so we'll just sell it. Those supplies I'm going to turn into the Black Legion now, and that'll get us back to Revered. At least I think it will. It should. We'll see what happens. I believe it will get us back to Revered. I think of all of the factions for any playthrough, I think the Black Legion is the most important one, just because of the resistance augments. Okay, yep, there we go. Acid spray is now maxed out. Revered with Black Legion. Got another inventory bag we can't use. And we're back to Honored with Homestead. Not ideal, but it is what it is. Right, we were going to go and turn in the ashes. I think the quest after that was to go find Urubarok, which I'm not going to actually accept the next quest. I don't need the reputation, and XP is going to be a moot point fairly soon as well. However, for right now, XP is good. I think actually the next one is going to be the the ritual. Okay, I lied. I am going to do that one. And we have once again got a door that's painted on. Looks like it's open, but it's actually not. Alright, here we go. Let's begin the ritual. This should be relatively easy. I kind of feel like I'm just going to stand here and let the pets melt everything, which is fine. Turn the loot off. Alright, and last wave here. And I think that's everything. Oh no, I was wrong. That was not the last wave. That was the last wave. Did we get anything good? Probably not. Zolhan's battle plate. Tell you what we did get. We did get a bunch of Runebound Topaz. That is actually very good. A rare recipe. So that one is one of the better augments for, or sorry, better components for your rings. Amulets and medals I think have better options, but these are pretty good for rings. As you can see at the moment, I just have vitality resistance on here, and I kind of don't need it. Anyway, let's go turn this quest in and keep on keeping on. I think that was the last one I'm going to do. I'm not going to go find Urubarok. Ritual's complete. We did get a blue from that. Perhaps another time. I may come back and do that. I can't remember what the rewards for it is, but if it's a purple, it might be worth doing. Let me look that up, actually. Grim Dawn, Death's Vigil questline. So we have their quests. Okay, so the search for Ouroboros rewards, you get 2 rare partial components. Okay, you can go ahead and keep those. Right, into the necropolis. Alright, so just for fun, I'm going to take the right-hand side and see if I can find Locksmere. I've been saying that every time I go through there for a while now, and I haven't ran into him or her at all yet, so we'll see if I can find it. And you'll see why it's so dangerous. It's a little bit silly for me to do that, to be honest. But I feel like this build can take it. So if you are not quite so sure, and honestly I definitely shouldn't be quite so sure as well, if you hug the right hand side, you will avoid it completely. It is quite a nasty elite, and it does kind of rush you down. If you don't kill it fast enough, it strips buffs and it's just very hard to get away from. Okay, we need to run away from all of this. Some interesting noises coming out of that. Alright. I think it's this anyway. Right, now, let's just wait for all these buttons to come back up just in case I do run into Locksmere. Because I definitely want to have buttons to push. Right, so I'm holding most of my buttons until I find it. And I'm going to clear out down here first. Oh, there he is. Okay. So we're going to pop all of the buttons. And I'm going to try and stay back. Okay. Wasn't really able to show why it's dangerous, but I guess that's a good thing. You could kind of see it was moving around very quickly. You can see he also stripped all of my buffs. So we're going to put all those back on. Didn't kill any of the pets, which is fine. And dropped a purple. But you can see how that would be very dangerous. All your buffs turn off, and if my pets hadn't distracted it, it would have definitely put a hurting on me. So, like I said, if you're a little bit worried about it, just hug the left side when you go through here and you will be fine. What did he drop? A gun. One-handed ranged, vitality damage. Demon Slayers. Not bad. Okay, onwards to the necropolis. We do not have the quest to go in there. There is no items in there that I particularly want. I would just be going in there for XP and loot, which means I'm not going in there. Alright. So we're pretty much at the necropolis. We start swapping over from Aether to Chaos at this point. That's a lot of damage. So we just keep backing up, and they will keep charging us, hopefully not connecting. For some reason the pets aren't doing their job and not taunting them, but they are killing them, so I guess that counts. Okay. So we just don't push any buttons for a little bit, and hopefully let the pets take aggro. Okay, so that's us into the outer necropolis, or the gates of necropolis, I guess it is. So there's what, 2 more areas, 3 more areas before the end of the original base game. Where did that blueprint go? Here we go. So one-handed scepter with a bunch of stuff we don't care about. Now, Gates of Necropolis is one of the areas that you can farm. There is a totem here, which I'm gonna head up to the area where the totems can be, just uncover the map, so I'll be able to see it if I do end up farming this area. So just here, there can be a totem. Obviously it's not there this time, but that means it's going to be over on the right hand side. And I am going to bring up the map as well, just so I don't miss anything. I do want these areas uncovered on my map. And also, how are we doing for Nemesis? I think we had Nemesis with the Ethereals. Yeah, the Ethereals and the Beast. So this area definitely has spawn locations for Valderan. And I'm glad I looked at the map because it shows there's like 8 of them. 8? No, I can't count. There's 5 of them in this area. So we could potentially be running into our first Nemesis encounter as well. Just here, I think it is, yep, just here, is another potential location for the totem. With it not being there, there's only, what, 2 more? 2 more places it could be. That could be over there too. How about that? I learned something as well. Valderan can be here, as well as a bunch of other places. So I just fat-fingered another crystal. I think I might have to move that. This build also has way too many buttons, now that I'm thinking about it. It's the main reason why I keep hitting it. I think I'm pushing 6. Okay, so here's our totem. It's only Forsaken, but that's fine. Here we go. Let's turn the loot off so we can see stuff. There we go, that's 99. So very close. Storm Bearers, which is heavy boots for lightning, and the Shard of Command. Which I'm not interested in. And hopefully the microphone's not picking up that siren, but if it is, my apologies. You can see the little bar on OBS moving, so I'm pretty sure you heard that. Alright. So, the only other thing in this area that is really of concern, shall we say, is the smith. I guess this guy here, who needs to die. The smith and I don't actually care for him. He is kind of good if you need a specific kind of crafting component, and you have lots of the thing that he can transmute them into for you. But generally speaking, I tend to farm for the component I need rather than go to him and swap them. The conversion rate is quite bad, shall we say. Alright, we have a fight shrine, so I'm going to do that. See our health falling rather rapidly, so we'll just back off a bit. And try and remain moving if we can. Alright, let's turn the loot back on. No purples by the looks of it. And we did get a bunch of blues. Soulweave Girdle. Ah, Aether Blast. Pretty good proc. I think the main problem I have with a lot of the belts that have procs on them is they don't have +1 skills on them, and I think +1 skills is just way too powerful to pass up. If they had belts that was just entirely +1 skills, like that's all it did, I think it would still be worth using over most of the procs. Okay, so we fight for the Rift Gate. We talk to it's not Olgrim, it's Creed when he gets here, and then we head in and slay ourselves a god. Very weak god, but you know, take what I can get. Right, we will stop the cult. Let's go. You may also notice I'm no longer carrying the Explorer set around with me, and that's basically because it got really tedious having to swap that in and out. So I'm just not going to bother anymore. Okay, should pretty much accidentally kill that. Yep, just walk near it and the pets will eat it. The Necropolis interior area is also one of those areas that has a guaranteed totem. There is also a one-shot chest in here, which there is, once you get to 94 or 92, there is literally no reason not to pop every single one of them immediately. So if I find it, which I thought that was actually, this is one of the spawn locations. If I find it, I will be using it. As long as we're here, I'm going to uncover this bit of the map. This is one of the spawn locations for the totem. So that's nice to have it uncovered. Over here was another one, up here was another, and just here was another one. Which means it almost has to be over here. Yep, there it is. When I was playing the Archon, this was one of my favorite places to farm, just because I got that amulet that was a massive middle finger to Chthonians. It's the You Can't Hurt Me amulet, with plus maximum chaos and vitality resistance. So I would come in here and farm this, and also Darkvale Gate, or sorry, Darkvale Village, and the Bloodmoor. He's electrified, not arcane, so he can live for a little bit longer. I don't need to focus him down. Alright, everything's dead. We get any purples? Doesn't look like it. Did get a blueprint, which I'm going to eat immediately. Was that it? No, that was a different one. Eternity Relic. +1 to Arcanist is pretty good. Rifthound Lake Wraps could be decent. Okay, so we're done in this area, and it's time to head down to find the Ligorian. Having said that though, we are pushing 35 minutes on the videos, and I have been trying to keep them to half an hour, although I've been failing miserably at that. So I am going to cut the video out here and record the next episode where we will finish the base game. Kill the Ligorian and then get up to my favorite farming area. Let's try not to die during the outro. So yeah, with that said, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye for now.